Welcome to SV Union High School and Junior College.
Welcome students. Standard 6 History, Chapter number 11 Ancient India and the World, Part 1. Today we are going to see a new topic, that is Chapter 11 Ancient India and the World, Part 1. So let us start, students. In this lesson we are going to see the two important points, that is first one, India and the countries of the West, and the second is India and other countries in Asia. Let us start with the first point, that is 11.1, India and the countries of the West. People of the Harappan civilization had developed trade relations with the countries of the West. Children, you can see here in this map, you can see the green line. You can see the countries which are in the western side of India, that is Saudi Arabia, Iran, Afghanistan, Egypt. These are all the western countries, and India was having trade with these western countries even during the Harappan civilization. Ever since then, India has had economic and cultural exchanges with the outside world. Buddhism had spread to Afghanistan and to many countries of Central Asia. During the period of the Iranian Empire, India's contact with the Western world increased. The Greek historians of that period grew more curious about India. That means the Greek historians, they were more curious to know about India, to know about the Indian culture. Their writings introduced India to the Western world. So due to their curiosity, they came to India, they just found about the Indian culture and they wrote about Indian culture. And when they wrote about Indian culture, their writings introduced India to the Western world. That means Western people came to know about India because of their writings. The routes which were later used by Alexander were opened for trade between India and the countries of the West. So the route which was being used by Alexander to invade India, that route was later on used for the Western countries to do trade with India or to trade with India. Under the influence of the Greek art of sculpture, a new form of art emerged in India during the Kushana period. It is called Gandhara School of Art. In the Gandhar art school, images of Gautam Buddha were mainly carved. Here in this picture, you can see a statue of Gautam Buddha in a museum in Paris in the Gandhara style. As these images were mostly found in the Gandhara region of Afghanistan, the style is called the Gandhara style. The facial features of the statues made in this style are similar to those of the Greek people. The early coins that were minted in India were also like Greek coins. Here in this picture, you can see a sculpture in the Gandhara style on a stupa at Hadda in Afghanistan. You can see the Greek costumes, amphora, and the musical instruments which are there in this picture. Around the 1st or 2nd century CE, trade between India and Rome flourished. That means India was having trade with Rome and Rome was having trade with India. Here you can see, children, some blue dotted lines. What are these blue dotted lines? These blue dotted lines, they are the sea routes through which they were having trade. That means through this sea route they used to transport their goods. That was import and exports of goods. This was through the sea route. And you can see here the black dotted lines. These are the land routes through which the trade was taking place. Now children, where is Rome? Rome is in Italy. If you'll go to the west beyond this, there is Rome. So India was having trade with Rome. The ports in South India also had a large share in this trade. Some articles made of bronze were found in the excavations at Kolhapur. they have been made in Rome. So, children, with the help of this excavation, when we get such articles, we come to know that we had trade relations with Rome. So, through this, it's like an evidence, yes. That means when we are finding such articles which were made in Rome, in India, that is in Kolhapur, then we come to know that we had trade relations with Rome. The excavations at Arkamedu in Tamil Nadu have also brought to light many articles made in Rome. Both these places were important centers of trade between India and Rome. Which two places, children? Tamil Nadu and Kolhapur. These two places, they were the important centers of trade between India and Rome. Many such trade centers are mentioned in the literature of those times. Here in this picture, you can see a gold coin of the Roman Emperor Augustus, which is found at Arkamedu, that is in Tamil Nadu. So students, looking at this evidence or articles, we can come to a conclusion that India was having trade relations with Rome. Alexandria was an important port in Egypt. Students, you can see here the Alexandria port, which is in Egypt. The Arab merchants carried Indian goods up to Alexandria. You can see Saudi Arabia is next to Egypt. So the Arab traders, they would carry the goods, the Indian goods. They would import the Indian goods and they would take it up to Alexandria. So children, the Arab merchants, they would carry the Indian goods from India and they would take it up to the Alexandria, which is a port in Egypt. So you can see they would they would carry the goods from here, which here you can see Pakistan. So beyond this you can see there is India. So they would come by this route. They would take the goods from here till here. So the Alexandria port is over here. From there, they were sent to the countries in Europe. So these people from here, they would send the goods to the European countries. Which are the European countries? The European countries are Germany, France, Italy, Ukraine, Poland, Spain. So you can see it is towards the northern side of Egypt. To the north you can see the European countries. And so now they would take the Indian goods from the Alexandria port to the European countries. So from there they would send the goods to the countries in the Europe. Besides Indian goods, the Arabs also conveyed Indian philosophy and science to Europe. So students, here you can see the goods were being carried out from the sea route to the Alexandria port, which is in the Egypt over here, and then they would be taken from here. They were being carried out to the European countries. So this way, even you can see the Silk Route over here. This is the Silk Route. We are going to see about Silk Route in the next video, children. So this way, the Indian goods were being carried out by the Arab traders to the Alexandria port, and then from there they would be carried out to the European countries. So the Arab traders here, they really played a very important role in making the European countries aware about the Indian culture. So they not only exported the Indian goods to the European countries, but also conveyed Indian philosophy and Indian science to Europe. The concept of zero is one of India's major contributions to the world. It was the Arabs who introduced this Indian concept to Europe. So children, here the Arab traders, they really played a very important role in spreading, or we can say in making the European countries aware about the Indian culture It can be in terms of philosophy or science or mathematics and also Indian goods. Students, we will end up here now. We will see the remaining part of this lesson in the next video. I hope so you all have understood this part. Thanks for watching my video till the end. Keep watching my video. Comment me in my comment box. Thank you once again. Thank you.